Welcome to Exploring Your Society. Your host, Sean Bowman.
Oh, I'm Philly K.
Mikey B.
Word up.
And we will have some guests on in a few minutes. We're running a little bit late.
Yeah.
We had to push it up a little bit early because we all have a couple things going on. I know me and Mikey both do, so that's why it's at 6:30 tonight.
Yeah, I got a fantasy hockey draft.
Yeah, you do.
You're my fantasy, Mikey.
I know, baby.
Can I record it?
No, I gotta say,
Bill's definitely a fucking cuck for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He's sitting in the corner, just like.
That's why I got these this nice little grip here. You know.
Oh yeah, you got that GI Joe Kung Fu grip right there, baby.
It's not how it used to be, but it's slowly getting back to where it should be. So
yeah, you got to work that wood more. Train that up.
Hell yeah, man.
Build up them calluses.
How y'all doing?
I don't know. Better than nothing. I mean, I gotta say, did you shave? Since I was gonna say you look extra shiny tonight.
Yes,
you lubed up too.
Yeah, man.
Dude, is it 2 minutes? Are we two? Oh, you were 2 minutes. You're looking fucking glistening,
dude. It was crazy, man. It's funny. Like I hate having facial hair, even just like a little bit just irritates me. Even though like people are like don't shave or anything. It looks good. I'm like, no, fuck that. It's coming off.
Yeah.
I got to rock the Mr. Clean look. So
Phil will never be a silver fox.
How are we supposed to know if you hit puberty, Phil?
What's that, man?
How are we supposed to know if you hit puberty when you're shaved like that?
Well, what I lack on top, I pay for the bottom. So
you got a furry bush.
Fucking wild bush.
I keep it trimmed. Hell yeah.
Where that Philly cheese is.
The girls don't complain.
Yeah, their freaking mouths are filled with fucking wild bush.
We have one of our guests is here. I think our other one is coming soon. There they are.
Hey.
So tonight we have Siktastik Films.
Whoop.
Ryan and Ryan Bartins, directors of Carver House.
There they are.
What's up, guys?
What up?
What's up, gentlemen?
Hey.
Fashionably late.
Oh yeah, I couldn't get the camera on. Always something, right?
It's all right. I mean, we had to push it up a little bit earlier anyway because I got something going on. Mikey got something going on. So I mean, it's it's cool.
Yeah, I'd rather really.
The filmmakers are having issues with the cameras.
Yeah,
right. The irony.
We need a director of photography for the show.
Yeah. Don't make it Sean because we usually have technical issues on this.
Right.
Hell yeah.
So say what's up, guys. I guess tell everybody a little bit about yourselves.
I'll go first. So basically, we're here to discuss the Carver House, but the background is basically it's our first full-length film. Ryan's the director. I was the executive producer. And basically, we put it all together and it's coming out finally, Does that make sense?
Nice. Nice.
I think.
Ryan, you got anything to add to that?
What's that?
I said, Ryan, do you have anything to add to that?
All right.
Yeah, so basically I'm Ryan. I'm the director, co-writer. Me and Ron both wrote the film, created all the characters and stuff like that, and made a movie about, the ghosts and stuff up your alley, And the best way we did is about making a film about ghosts is film it in haunted locations.
Nice.
Yeah, every place that we were in pretty much has a backstory to it being haunted.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Now,
yeah,
see,
we
I know
investigated one of those locations afterwards. It was,
we wanted to hear about that because I never heard the whole rundown on that.
Yeah, for sure. You'll hear about it. But me and Ron know each other. We both used to do music together. So he hit me up about being a consultant on the movie for Paranormal. So that's kind of how we got together. And I have a little cameo in it here and there. And we have a couple trailers to show. Are you okay with showing both trailers?
Yeah, sure. For it, please.
All right, so we'll get into the first trailer right now since it's the beginning of the show, and I'll share that real quick. You guys can talk till I get it up because it's going to take a second.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah, then I met Ron through Sean, obviously, so that was really cool, too.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man. And then Ryan, first time actually meeting you, man. So that's really cool.
So do you guys write regularly, too, or?
Not regularly. Like, this was something that Ryan had the concept for. Like, the whole Carver House was Ryan's concept.
Yeah, we had done a film about this back in like 2010. And basically, it was like a demo film that we had made. And I got involved with some other people doing films and stuff like that, but I'm not going to talk about all that today. And basically what happened is me and Ron started talking the idea of redoing the movie. Like, let's do this stuff. We got all this equipment and stuff now. We got all this other stuff in. We start talking about it, like, how about we do Harvey Carver, bring him back, you know, to put a whole new twist on it and start from scratch and build its way up, you know what I mean? And
yeah, I think the original Harvey Carver was more like a slasher, and then we kind of
turn him into like a warlock.
Kind of like a warlock.
Which is kind of cool, though. It's different,
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know?
The original one was the one with X in it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I think he's supposed to be at the premiere. I'm not sure. So it's weird how we tied in. There's a scene with some of the original characters too from the first one. They make a cameo as well. So it's like kind of brings it all together.
Pays a little homage to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know me and X are on the soundtrack together too, which
you
got me to come out of retirement because I haven't rapped in like 10 years. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna play that first trailer right now. So
okay.
Sweet. I think he is.
Yeah, technical issues. See, don't have Sean be the director.
No, I haven't got it with the screen.
So I've been doing some research. Main Library, Dixon State Hospital, and Carver House are all within 35 minutes of each other in Pittsburgh.
You mean if you had time, I could tell you some past experiences I've had with ghosts, paranormal, spirits, etc.
To this day, I still have to keep my doors and windows locked because he's always here. I can hear him.
I'm definitely taking the selfie with him.
Oh, do you need something?
Josie, you will finally get to see me again soon.
The doctor's been expecting you.
We were interested in learning more about one of your former patients, Harvey Carver.
He was one of the most demented patients I'd ever come across.
I don't think it's a possibility for him to ever enter here.
He's gonna get you. He's gonna get all of you.
Hey, do you know where 73 Hine Street is? Our GPS is kind of going crazy.
I know where he used to be.
Hi, I'm Banks.
Hello. So nice to meet you. What brings you all here? We are no longer alone in the house.
Pearl, does anyone live upstairs? What the hell is happening?
Let's get the hell out of here.
How the fuck are we supposed to do that? Pearl, if you can hear us, please make them stop.
Oh, I think you heard them. I'm about the bullshit.
Oh, great. Has to be my neighborhood. You guys don't have any haunted houses in Ohio?
You're fired.
The funniest part is Ohio has probably way more haunted places, at least that you can visit, than Pittsburgh.
Well, you know how it is. Like, most people from Pittsburgh probably haven't really visited the haunted places here either. Like, they take it for granted, you know.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of them aren't open to investigate or anything either, which is unfortunate.
Right.
So you were talking about some of the haunted locations. What were some of the ones you used to film?
Basically, use that part of Dixmont State Hospital, the part that's still remaining to this day is where we filmed some of them hospital scenes and stuff like that.
Bain Library in Bellevue has a huge history of being haunted. There's websites about it.
Google that. You'll read all kinds of stories about that. I think her name was like Sarah Bain or something. That's crazy stuff.
Yeah. We had a friend, Sue, who actually she did some event for Bain Library. She lives over in Bellevue.
Oh.
Yeah, that place has a huge. They said the librarians will show up and books are all over the ground, and it is an eerie building if you ever see it. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I've never been inside. I've seen it.
Yeah, I've been inside. It's you can just feel. It's almost like that scene in Ghostbusters. The library scene. It kind of feels like that.
Yeah.
Middle of the night, you'll drive out. The lights are on like upstairs, but downstairs like pitch dark. There's not a light on. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and then Dixmont Hospital, there's like a cemetery on the ground too. Like it's up over the hill. A lot of people don't even know it's there, but you figure that's when they're probably doing like shock therapy and everything else.
Who knows what they were doing? These poor people, and their bodies are there to be buried.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's sad they tore down the majority of it because it's definitely a place I'd love to investigate.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, I still have access to the one part of the building that's left because my former landlord owns it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how we got in there. But just stuff like that,
And our place, the pickle jar, RIP.
I miss.
That's what we want to hear about.
Yeah, we want to hear your.
Oh,
Sean, do you want me to? I have in that video. I have two of the evidence things from the pickle.
Yeah, you can show it if you want.
All right, let me try to cue it up. I'm gonna go on.
All right, I'll talk about what's going on a little bit here before you get it up. Pickle Jar Antiques is where they filmed a lot of the Carver house. It was supposed to be Harvey's house, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and I know some of the history of the place, of the actual building, was there's supposedly a brothel upstairs. I guess we talked to the owner and some of the people that ran the place, and one of the things is somebody was shot there. They used to play cards and stuff like that. So we did an investigation there, and we did table tipping upstairs. We had a little bit of activity with that. We did some like Estes things where we got a lot of raunchy like prostitution type shit coming through. And also like me, when I did it myself, I heard somebody walking around, which I thought it was an employee, but everybody was downstairs. And then Mikey said later on, the same type of thing was going on with him. He heard somebody walking around, and I know for a fact everybody was downstairs because I was with them. But then we also had, which is probably in some of these evidence things he's going to show, we had some lady pushed in the basement, and I'm not saying it's 100% legit, but she fucked herself up if she was doing it for the camera because she threw herself into a fucking table.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the freakiest thing.
Are you guys able to see that?
I think, I can add it to the stage, it says.
Okay.
Now, did you guys capture her getting pushed on film?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
wow.
Oh yeah.
And again, I don't know, if she faked it or anything. Like, she did a really good job because I mean, she went back first into it. But the first one, we did a spirit box session in the brothel area. And I don't know if it's gonna.
You're talking about the upstairs, like the complete.
That's another thing about the whole brothel area. The whole thing was kind of weird because there was like a false wall, which if you move the wall and there's doorways behind it, and on the doorways there was numbers above the doorways. So
yeah,
it's kind of weird too. But.
So you guys know what a spirit box is?
Yeah.
Okay. So the story in the brothel area is that man, I don't remember his name. I think we say it in the video. Came in and he killed like 12 people that were at the brothel. I think it was in the early 1900s.
Oh,
Are you guys able to hear it?
The building's probably the most haunted location of all the ones we were in.
Yeah. Are you guys able to hear it when I play it?
Go ahead.
Nah, I can't hear it. Nah.
No.
Nah.
Let me see.
Talking all that shit on me, Mikey, and you don't know what the fuck.
Well, I don't have the host, capabilities here. Why is it not sharing? Let me see. Let me try this again. Share screen.
But yeah, the thing is with the pickle jars, it ended up burning down. It was like a 5-alarm fire. Like, it was bad.
Yeah, it was sad. I went there like a day or two after I heard about it, and I could see the building was just in complete ruins. I knew it was never coming back.
Yeah.
And now it's literally a parking lot.
Yeah, we drove by there a couple months ago. Just
looks like it was never there. It was just
It's so weird too, man.
Flat parking lot.
Like Christ, I loved going in there too, man. Like there was just something about walking in there. It was just a fun location, just to walk around and all sorts of shit, you know.
Yeah, it's
very easy to get like lost in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I always like to tell people that's like it's like a hoarder's paradise, almost. You know?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Well, yeah, Helena, the lady that owned it, she definitely had a very big collection. Yes, to say the least.
Yeah.
Is she going to be at the premiere?
We're hoping. You know, we've reached out to her and let her know. You know, I don't know because of what happened if this would be too much for her to watch. You know, I don't know. You know,
but we're hoping
Yeah.
she'll come.
I tried messaging her after that, and she never answered me. Because
I think you got to figure that her collection was near and dear to her heart. You know, like to us, to everyone, it's like just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But to her,
that was like everything. Yeah.
It had meaning.
livelihood. Yeah.
How long did it actually take her to accumulate all that stuff?
That,
it must have took
forever. That's her probably years and years of buying. You know, just
what do they call those people that go around the yard sales and stuff? Like pickers or something.
Oh,
she
yeah.
does that too.
Like,
she would go out and collect different stuff and.
Holy crap!
All right, let me know if you can hear it this time. Oh, now it's not going to let me play it.
We have faith in you, man.
I don't.
Me, I couldn't do this to save my life. I'm the worst at it.
Tom, are you here with us?
There it is. I hear it.
Weird.
So, like, Tom was the name of the guy that shot it, all those people. And when I said, Tom, are you here with us? You hear a loud bang.
Wow.
And it came from one of the back rooms. It could have been a coincidence, and it was a car backfiring. But, I mean, that would be a hell of a coincidence, you know?
Yeah.
Now, here's the lady falling in the basement. And keep in mind, it's pitch black, so it kind of scares the shit out of us.
You could see her standing back here to the left
she's
of
the one in
Mikey.
the back there, yeah.
Did you die at this location?
Holy shit! Yo, right. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
Grabbing behind.
Oh fuck.
Wow.
There's slow-mo of her going down.
Oh.
If she faked it, I mean, I give her props because she goes right back into a table. Like, and it's the corner of a table. So it was.
I have never freaked out so much in my entire life.
Oh, it was so funny. And then afterwards,
when we were filming, we had all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of weird shit would happen. Like we did the seance scene, all these toys start going off. You hear like these like old like 80s toys, like just like the batteries were dying on, but they're like lighting up and stuff like that. It's really weird. We heard we'd be one for someone walking around above us and stuff like that. We go up there's no one around. One night we were outside. This is like kind of like 2 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden the light all the way upstairs was on. We had to go back upstairs. All of a sudden it was off.
Yeah, and it was on clear as day from outside.
Yeah.
We thought because I essentially had the keys and stuff, so I was responsible for the building. So I had to go run all the way up 3 flights of steps, and it wasn't on by the time I got there. And it was just that was one of the most freaky things of all. And just unexplainable noises. Like one night we were filming, and it sounded like something was being dragged across the floor back and forth.
Yeah.
Same thing. I was like some of the cast members, because some of the cast members, like Dawn, she's what do they call her? Like a high priestess. Like she's actually a tarot reader and all that stuff. And you know, she was actually nervous to be there. She didn't she was like, Ron, we got to get out of this building. Like, she was like literally afraid.
She was like scared to be there certain times.
Yeah, and she could sense certain things that was going on.
Well, I know. I was walking around with her the one night I was there, and we definitely kept getting a reading off that one chair that was in the room that was like across from up top, you know.
Yeah.
And we were also, she left a spell jar there, I think, just because like she didn't want to take it home or something. She was saying.
Wow.
Did you guys have any
saying, like, some of the scenes that were written for the movie, there was like seance scenes that were supposed to be like performed, and she would come over to us and go, I'm scared to say the lines.
I don't feel comfortable doing this right here, right now.
Yeah.
Did you guys when you were doing your editing and whatnot and reviewing the footage, did you have any voices show up or anything that no one was talking? It just kind of
that night that you can hear the drag noises and us reacting to them.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that I thought, like, I wonder if they're actually caught on film, because the audio can be different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are there. You could hear them.
Oh, that's awesome.
And,
I always love when that shit happens.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, whenever that clip happened, like, my reaction was, we should probably relocate. And then Mike was like, or we can stay here and investigate. And I was like, or we can do that too. Because I just went into full-blown panic mode. Because
that should be everything you're actually looking for, right? Like,
exactly.
Now
I give him props. He recollected himself because he's like, I think that's a sign we need to leave. I'm like, that's a sign we need to investigate.
That's a sign you're at the right spot.
That was down in the basement. Like, I don't know if you guys remember down in the basement, but like, you go wrap around the stairs and to the left back there. It was in that corner.
Oh yeah.
And we tried looking in that door. I don't even remember there was that door down there that was like, you tried to open it, just like dirt and stuff.
It was like a safe or something. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, we tried like filming in there too, like put the camera in there, but you couldn't really see what was in there. But that was kind of creepy too.
If no one was ever in the building, they have no understanding of how massive this building was.
It's big.
3 stories
combined, and it was huge.
Yeah.
Very confusing. Just staircases wherever, and just didn't make sense. All over
the
stage when you come up the staircase, and
definitely a maze. Yeah, I'm interested. If the owner comes to the showing, I want to know what was in that back room, because the worker that was there told us there was like in the map of the building or whatever, that there was like a 40-foot room there behind that door. And no one knew what it was, and I guess the prior owner didn't know what it was either. They said it was blocked off, and they owned it from the 70s until she bought it. So
it'd be interesting to hear what the prior owners thought of the building.
Yeah.
We could find them, talk to them about it. Because even she had that. Who's the lady that worked with her? What was her
I don't remember her name.
But even her, she was like, I'm not going upstairs. I don't like being downstairs. I'm definitely not going upstairs. She would never go upstairs.
Yeah.
Every time we're there, she'd be there. She's like, I'm not going upstairs.
I mean, even like for me, like I'm what they call like I don't know what you guys call it, but I don't walk around. I have no communication with ghosts, and I don't really. I'm not saying I don't believe in them, but I've never had any sort of experience.
Yeah.
But filming this movie, like at that location and with the people that we had. People like Dawn and Terry and Dana and the ones that are actually even Jules.
Yeah, we got saged.
We were being saged.
We're being saged.
Yeah,
right when we were leaving.
But this experience made me go like it kind of changed my perspective on things, because it's almost like I entered another dimension of a world, that now I understand a little bit better.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Ryan, have you had any experiences with the paranormal?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple things happened to me on the set of this movie. It was kind of weird. One night, so every night I'd be going home, and my dog would start going crazy. So I walked in. Like, when I'd come into my bedroom, she'd like run around all the bed, like just bark. Like, I could Tootsie, just calm down, chill out, And then eventually I realized I wasn't really sleeping every night. Like, I'd sleep for like an hour and stuff like that. And then this is maybe a couple days later, I was driving home from there one night, 3 o'clock in the morning. I could hear a voice talking in the back seat. And I pulled over, and I said a prayer thing that I heard from Dave Schrader and stuff like that. I'm sure you guys know Dave Schrader.
Oh yeah.
Mikey's actually been on his podcast before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just briefly.
Awesome.
Thing.
So I heard that at this prayer thing, and then after that, everything was seemed normal again. But it took me a while. Like, I want to talk about it for the longest time. It was like weird to me. Like I've done like ghost tours and stuff like that. I've been and seen a couple weird things, stuff you guys probably a lot more familiar with. I mean, but as far as this is probably one of the weirdest things that ever occurred to me. I could hear a voice.
And not to mention, then the building burns to the ground.
And
like that.
Yeah.
Like like that's the most awful thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to go back. You guys said it's a parking lot now?
It's literally a parking lot.
It's gone.
Wow.
I'd be interested to see if there's any leftover energy, just
I was just about to
see
say
if we can
that,
interact with it.
Yeah.
I'd be down with doing that.
Yeah.
We took a drive. Like I said, we took a drive there a couple months ago, and we're just trying to look, and just just gone. Like there's not even like a bit of it remaining,
Yeah, that's so sad. It was such a cool place too, especially just having that brothel area up at the top. That was wild.
Yeah.
And the little bar across the street. Remember we went across there? And
Oh yeah, we filmed.
some people didn't like us shooting there.
Oh yeah. That was pretty cool, man. They actually saw. Well, so that particular scene, we were supposed to film at another bar, but whenever that bar, I don't know if it was the owner or someone had come over and said, "Hey, if you guys are making a movie, come on in. Like, my place is open to you guys." And we had, obviously the script was already written, everything. It was like, oh, this is perfect. We can go right across the street instead of having to drive and do another location.
Yeah.
And
so much better.
Yeah, that was really cool actually.
That was a better looking bar than the one we had originally.
Yeah, it was a better looking place too. Yeah, we had some dump in Emsworth in, but what the hell was the name of that place though? The place we were in what?
Grottos?
Gringos. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, shout out to them because they had their actual like customers in the bar too, and you figure we had the crew there and the cast, and they're trying to do dialogue, and other people are just trying to drink, and we have to keep shushing everybody in the bar.
Yeah,
it was awkward.
There were a couple of choice words at us, but that was all right.
Yeah, there was definitely some people running their mouth for sure.
I felt like we got sized up a couple times, but I was ready for whatever.
Well, me and Matt were like chilling back, like. Off camera or whatever, and me and Matt are bigger guys, and we're both kind of intimidating, weird looking, and we could hear people running their mouths while we were back there.
Yeah, but see, they don't realize like we were invited in, like we didn't just show up and start doing it. Like,
just imagine if you actually.
And honestly, shout out to the cast too, like with Caitlin and Dana and them at that particular scene because they didn't let none of them shake them. Like, because we could see we could see the energy of the place that some of the regulars were getting mad that we were upset that we were there, but they held it together and they just and the scene was actually really cool.
Yeah,
Did you get any of the regulars on camera too, like in the background or anything?
No, not for that.
Okay, I was gonna say because
we got some. The only person that made a cameo unexpectedly was whenever we did the sheriff scene. He pulls over the vehicle on Hines Street, and this drunk.
Yeah, he kept bothering all of us. Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't call him that. This guy,
this nice gentleman.
This nice gentleman who happened to be
in the movie. How great it'd be to be in our movie is. And we said, all right, well, we'll give you something to do. He said, great. What can I do?
The problem is he's staggering back and forth. Like it's like okay, we would walk past, cool. But he was so captivated by what was going on. He keeps zigzagging in through every shot that we're doing. And eventually, I walked over to him. I'm like, listen, what's it going to take for us to get you out of the scene now? Like, oh, no, I want to be in the scene. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, we need you out of it now. And we have a picture of him. He's like sitting off to the side with like 5 other cast, like crew members. He's just hanging out. Like, that was hilarious.
Well, that's like I was chilling on that wall that was like a good drop if you fell off. And I kept thinking, like, you better not fucking run into me and knock me off this wall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was pretty much the only unexpected, like the only cameo that kind of made it without being planned.
Yeah. That's good because that's something we're always concerned with too when we're filming and there's people around. Just say I know people are weird about being on camera, and a lot of the times if we're interviewing owners of a place or anything, we usually have them sign a waiver that we can have them in a release and everything. And I'm sure it's the same when you're filming as well.
Yeah, for sure. And location scouting, and probably for you guys could probably agree with this, although I guess you guys do like your history on locations, but like I think for filming, the location scouting is the toughest part of the whole process. Because once you have your writing and now having cast members that are committed to the project's probably the second hardest. Or it's like interchangeable.
It's the thing. It's if everyone wants to do it, they'll tell you then when it comes on to it.
Everyone has a schedule.
You're sitting there calling people, they're not answering.
Yeah.
We didn't deal a lot with that with this.
No, we got very blessed with our cast on this one.
Well, we really did.
Yeah.
So thank everyone that was part of the cast. Thank you so
cast
much.
and crew.
Yeah, cast and crew. Thank you all so much.
They were all great.
You've done.
That's awesome.
Mama Night Society, thank you guys so much for helping us out.
Yeah, you guys were there a lot too, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, me and Phil came out a couple times.
Yeah.
I was just training everyone how to use the equipment, the EVPs and stuff like that. So it wasn't realistic. Like they knew what they were talking about. You know, just walking around. Hey, I think I got a ghost. You know.
I still remember, like, whenever we were investigating that one night, whenever Troy just joined the team, like, he was listening to the spirit session that Mike was doing. The fact that it affected him that much to where he had to leave the room, I thought he was going to, like, burst into tears because of what was it like said. I was like, dude, you're more than welcome to step aside because it was some pretty hefty shit.
Yeah, we were doing it's called the Estes method, where you hook up a spirit box to noise canceling headphones and put a blindfold on. And Sean and I both did one in one of the brothel rooms, and everybody else was, you know, up because we were streaming. So everybody else was up on the roof asking questions, and I kept getting stuff where it sounded like a couple men were like sodomizing someone. Wow. And yeah, it was pretty graphic coming through.
Sodomizing forcefully or sodomizing like just together having fun?
I mean, I don't know if they paid for it or not, but
no, I mean, like, was the sounds like screaming of like?
I didn't hear any screaming. No.
Okay, good. So it was very forceful. Nice. Okay.
It was very forceful.
I knew to know the difference. You know?
Yeah. I couldn't tell if it was consensual. We'll say that. But yeah.
That's a huge difference when you.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
Yeah, that whole segment was nuts, though, man. I mean, and that's why, like, I prefer, like, you know, Mikey and, you know, Jen and Sean doing, like, the Estes method, because whenever I do it, I'm not the best at it. You can ask them. It's actually more funny than anything else. But, like, whenever Mikey was shouting out as fast as you were, especially with Sean, it's like, holy fuck, you know?
Yeah.
That place. That was probably one of the best ones I've ever seen, hands down. And the fact that it, you know, affected our buddy as much as it did. You know?
You had a guy that just couldn't take it.
Yeah,
he was pretty new though too. I think he's toughened up a little bit since then.
Yeah, he's awesome. He does really well at it. Me, I just have shitty hearing.
And you don't recognize radio bleed. That's one thing with the spirit box. Radio bleed does happen, and Phil's doing an Estes method, and he'll call out like commercials for like Liberty Mutual and shit.
Western Financial.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Hey, no, it's. I think it's like once you get into like the rhythm and you start to like listen to what exactly you're hearing clear as day, you just feel compelled to shout it out. And of course, it happened to be that, which was the most audible thing I heard through the headphones. I think like since doing it, and of course, going to the Bel Air house, whenever I yelled Marcus's name in the basement, that was clear as day. So it's getting better a little bit.
Yeah, that place where you met the was that at your guys' premiere party that we met the owner and her son or whatever?
Yeah.
At Bel Air, yeah.
Yeah, that like I've never been to that location, but that was maybe a potential like I know they're open to like letting people use the property and stuff.
Yeah, she filmed some type of hip hop horror movie there actually.
The Buffalo Bill House was like something we were talking about potentially, but the guy running it, I mean, personally, I feel he's bad communication because I would talk to him in person and then I email him and get nothing back. So, like, I don't get him. I don't understand him, you know. But whatever.
You have that at some locations. I mean, we've run into that doing what we do, too. It can be hard to coordinate things at times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
especially because, like, you know, like when someone commits to a location, and you guys can relate to this, too, it's like, look, like, it's not just about you saying yes. You got to understand that we're showing up with, like, cameras and equipment and, you know, crew members and, like, you know.
ready to work. And
yeah, we need to have the clearance, not you know, someone canceled at the last second and stuff, you know.
Yeah, we had one location in particular. It was a long drive, too. I'm not going to say what it was because we did end up getting in and getting a lot of awesome stuff. But
they were known for double booking and stuff like that. Real shady businesses.
I was looking for backup plans.
Well, when we got there, me and Jen were the first two there. And I told her, like, you need to go talk to this guy because if he, like, tries some shit with me, I'm going to fucking punch him. So
yeah, seriously.
Yeah, because it was definitely a long commute. And but yeah, I was looking at outdoor locations, like the urban legend locations, just in case, like we have to pivot because we all had hotels booked and everything. And
oh wow, so it was like a whole trip, you know.
Yeah.
And then the guy that we actually did meet, you know, turned out incredibly well. Just
well, that didn't have nothing to do with the actual guy that was dicking people off. Though.
No.
Yeah.
It was just smooth once we finally got there. So.
Yeah. Now, how many films have you all been a part of?
So, like I said, we did a couple like amateur, like literally just stuff we would never show anybody, like just having fun in the alleys and stuff where we're from. And then like I started doing music videos. So just from doing music videos, I was at least able to learn editing, and I do graphic design and stuff like that. So it was pretty much like with the Carver House. I'd say that's our first full length, like actual serious project to this degree, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like I don't say, we couldn't say like, oh, we have this one and this one. And, you know, like I think that was our first real one, you know?
I said our 2010 Carver House, and I did a film with Conrad Brooks from Ed Wood fame, 29 from Outer Space. I got involved with him. He was a mentor of mine for years. We did a couple little projects together. Most of them will probably never see daylight at this point now, but at one point they were somewhat available. And basically after he had died, I kind of just quit doing it. And then, like I said, that's when we started talking, got me back into doing it again.
Now
so would you guys want to do?
Yeah, we got a couple of them lined up. It's just location.
Yeah.
Is it all horror, or is there other genres you'd like to go into?
So it's basically, there's one that's kind of a comedy, I guess.
Yeah.
That he keeps kicking around about, and but the other two are horror films.
Like I'll say this, we do have like a comedy. I've been like kicking around the idea of doing it. Same thing. Locations just are the hardest thing, but the horror movies like that we're talking about, I want to take it to that next level of like brutalness and graphic, and you know, and
nice.
That's like something, you know, like a challenge. Like, okay, we did this. Now, how can we just really take it to that next level of brutality? You know,
you should pull off a Terrifier, kind of like those movies where out was vicious.
Which I thought part one of the Terrifier was amazing. Part two I thought was a little long.
It was too long.
Yeah.
The first one was better.
I feel like part two they had a huge budget and they're like, let's just keep going. We have all this money, you know, like,
I actually donated to it. They had a fan fund thing just because I forget which scene it was, but for the second one, then they did almost like a GoFundMe. And if they had different levels, like if you donate so much, you get a T-shirt. Then if you donate so much, you can get killed by Art the Clown. But that was like 10 grand. I think I donated like $20 and I got a T-shirt.
yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a good idea, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's what I was going to ask. Like, how do you guys go about with like funding? Like, it seems like it'd be kind of hard.
Well, so that's another thing too. Moving forward, like, and that's why the Carver House is basically our demo now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like look, we did this self-funded, you know, and now how do we get to that? You know, now they say, what's a low budget movie now? Like,
I mean, if you're talking Hollywood
or just independent,
we're still like 100, 200,000.
Yeah, like we'll say between 100 and 250,000. If we like, we're not even at 10% of that, and we were able to do something. I'm not saying that the movie some Hollywood blockbuster, but
it just, I think a lot of the scenery was so great because it's stuff like Hollywood couldn't recreate what we had
with the Pickles Jar Antiques place.
Like what we had was like just you know, the set of it alone was just so like beautiful for that type of movie. Like I said, they couldn't recreate that.
But the goal is to moving forward is definitely to find some investors. You know, I mean, I don't know. I know they're out there, but it's just trying to find them.
Yeah,
they're serious. You know.
So for you, Ron, would you rather do movies or do music?
So okay, it's like man, it's tough.
Put them on the spot.
So music is something I think that just comes naturally. Like I could write a song and put it out, and I don't have to think about it. And with a movie, it takes an army. Like I could do music myself. I could record a song right now, put it out online, and then plan a video, whatever. And I could do it all myself, essentially. Maybe one person to help me with the video.
The Truck Addict thing just popped up in the background as you're talking. That's weird. As you're talking, that happens.
Oh shit!
I told you this place was haunted.
We asked for this one.
So but with a movie, it takes an army, like minimum 20, 30 people to get it done. Like, and that's something that there's no shortcut to it. You can't download someone to help you. Like you need people. You need to know how to work with people. You need committed people. It's just a whole different process. And another thing with a movie thing too is it takes so long. Like even if you filmed a movie in a week and edit it in a month or whatever. And
you were telling me originally when you filmed it or whatever that you were like, oh, they're gonna have it out in like 2 months. I was like, dude, like there's no way in hell.
Yeah, I know.
Well, originally that was the plan. I really felt like we could accomplish that, but it just once it got into like the very small details, it took so much time.
Yeah. I mean, even our releases take so much time, and they're nowhere near as.
We have footage from like 4 years ago or 3 years ago that we still haven't put out.
Well, some of that shit's so bad, we just have to skip it.
Yeah, it's definitely just a whole different process.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of your music like has been darker, and like some of your music videos have been darker. So has that like been an influence to do horror then, or?
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like for the next project, I wish we could find maybe like a director of photography that they specialize in like jump scares and they understand the genre. Like where like on this one, I was filming because I'm good at filming, but I feel like with the right cinematographer that we could get even more. Like we could get a better project,
Yeah.
And that's part of it too, knowing that you could bring other people in that could do things differently than you can, So that, and I'm all about collaboration. I've always been about collaborating with people and stuff. So, and in the movie business, it's like 100% collaboration.
Yeah. Well, I know even some like with your performances, like either we've been on the same shows or we performed together and that, and like you guys would always be very theatrical. Like I remember like the Phantom of the Opera masks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like putting on a show, not just getting out there and rapping,
So Ryan was like always sick my whole life. You know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, I was like playing Madden football and he'd walk around the house dressed as Michael Myers. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Yeah, before the internet days. So like Ryan always had that like twistedness to him, and he kind of brought me into it. You know what I mean? Where I think if naturally I wouldn't have had the same thoughts, but he was like, I don't know if you guys ever saw like Faces of Death.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I heard that stuff.
Like, right? He used to like.
Yeah, we used to rent them all the time.
I used to do.
It makes sense for a movie. So every Friday, Saturday night, we all get up our change together and rent like four movies, like Face of Death, and all these
Blood
horror
Species,
films.
yeah.
Nice.
But the Faces of Death, I found them to be disturbing.
Yeah.
Where he didn't.
Yeah, we're not turning people up and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to watch them while eating too, so I get that.
Oh no. And then like we started going into those conventions too, like Monster Mania's out in New Jersey and ones in Ohio, and
Cinema Wasteland and stuff like that.
So like once I understood like the culture a little bit better, I understood that we could probably do something. It took longer than I thought it would to really get going. And but it comes from an authentic place, like we're not just trying this, like this is kind of like who we are,
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't know Ryan as much, but I know with you, like I know you've like done stuff with Bone before, which I know Bone has a history, like Mr. Ouija and stuff like that, a lot of darker stuff, and even like ICP and stuff like that. They're all had that.
Ryan's favorite group is ICP.
Yeah, I know Sign of the Chainsaw playing on the video of us.
Yeah.
My favorite group is Bone. And by the way, I was going to say, prayers to Crazy Bone getting better.
Yeah.
He almost lost his life last week. So
that's crazy.
I just wanted to give us prayer out to him, that he recovers and all that stuff.
Crazy.
But the theatrical stuff and the movie stuff, and like deep down, I know we can take it to another level. It's just we have to do it,
Again, that next level.
Now, Ryan, I actually have a question for you. When you mentioned those Faces of Death movies, what would you consider to be the most graphic horror film you've ever watched? I always like to ask people that question because it's such a subjective.
Phil's a sick fuck. That's why.
Yeah. I let Sean borrow Cannibal Holocaust. He hasn't watched it yet, and that movie's a fucked up.
I don't know if I want to watch it. That's why I haven't watched it.
Yeah, you gotta let me watch
Black
that
Sunday
too,
with
Phil.
Barbara Steele.
What's that?
Black Sunday with Barbara Steele from I think like 1960.
I don't even think I'm familiar with that one. Matter of
The
fact,
movie starts off. They put a mask of nails on someone's face and take a hammer and crack. And that's the first minute of the movie.
Oh shit!
Yeah, look for that one. That one was really good.
I love a lot of sick movies. There's just something about it because, like,
I think Terrifier 2 was really graphic, but it was like Hollywood graphic.
That's like the Saw movies. They're all graphic and stuff, and they're great for what they are. What's the other one? Hostile or whatever.
Hostile. They're
good, but I don't want to watch a movie where someone's tied to a chair and getting hit with a a chainsaw or something. I mean, it's not horror. That's torture.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think opening scenes. One of my favorite opening scenes on a horror movie was from Ghost Ship.
That's a good one.
You guys seen Ghost Ship?
The beginning of the movie is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That beginning, the first couple of minutes, and cuts around. That was so cool. I wish it was done more so again in that movie. But that was so cool. The first 5 minutes of that film. I think that might be one of the best 5 minutes of any film ever made.
Actually, you guys should check this one out. It's a foreign film called The Sadness. It's one of the most graphic Japanese zombie films ever. It actually embraces its not rated rating or whatever. I saw it on Netflix and I was like, holy shit. It's the guy's a regular American director, but all the actors are Japan and what have you. But it's
which one is it?
It's called The Sadness. It is fantastic.
Is it still on Netflix?
I want to say no, because I saw it 3-4 months ago, but I saw the trailer.
The problem with these streaming services, by the way, I have 4 or 5 of them, and someone will mention a movie, and I still can't find the movie.
Yeah.
I'm so sick. They need one Universal that has every movie ever created.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
Thursday and Monday Night Football too. That also pisses me off.
Yeah, because now YouTube TV's getting involved, and now they're taking games away, and it is a pain.
That's how it is. Everyone starts streaming to make their own money.
I have 4 streaming services, but thankfully they're all cheap. But it's the.
But when you have 4 of them and you still can't find one movie where it drives you crazy, it happens to me all the time.
Well, we don't have cable anymore, but we have so many damn streaming services. It's probably more expensive than cable.
That's the future of things. I mean, it was $200+. I mean, for what?
Oh yeah.
I actually have cable and pay that much.
Well, it's like you see each one of these different services, and one's $10 and $6. And that shit adds up when you got 20 different things,
Oh yeah. It's too DVDs are basically starting to go, non-existent, and
are you guys going to sell hard copies on DVD?
Yeah, we are going to release DVDs.
That's the goal, but it'll probably be a limited run, just like the CD soundtrack will be a limited run.
Yeah, limited run. Yeah,
nice.
Just to do it, just to be old school, hey, we did it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What streaming services are you targeting to put it on?
Right now.
Got
Tubi and Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, and then try to look into Peacock too to figure out how to get it on there.
Yeah.
So basically, the goal with this is just to not have it on YouTube.
Yeah, makes sense.
Other than that, I don't really care what one it's on.
Yeah.
But Tubi would be cool. It's free for everyone.
Tubi is actually, I think, my favorite streaming service right now. Their horror film selection's top notch. They have all kinds of movies.
You could always try Shudder. Shudder's a good one.
Oh, Shudder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess essentially, if it's not exclusive, we could just try to get them on as many as we could,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just to get it out there. It's really just about getting it out there. In a way, we could do YouTube just to get it the people to see it, but YouTube's become just so complicated,
Yeah.
Well, I saw that on your new trailer, which I'm going to play in a second. You have over 20,000 views, so you guys must be doing something right there.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Now with the indie films, I know Terrifier at this point kind of gave the blueprint on how to expand on the sequels. Do you think that, I know you're kind of debating going back into music and whatnot, but do you feel like maybe you're going to start writing soon for number 2?
Oh, we already have it's not complete by any means, but the sequel will be Witches of Brookstown.
Okay.
And we actually we might start casting soon because Ryan thought it'd be cool if we did a lot of stuff in the winter, like the cold.
That kind of get that old school look that,
Yeah. So it won't make the cast members very happy when we're filming, but
it's gonna be like we're gonna film a little in winter and then take a break and then probably pick it up in spring, when it warms up a little bit. Just a couple things I want to have like that winter look for it. That way, it kind of gives up that. It's going to be a much darker film than.
Much more like I was saying earlier, much more twisted.
Darker and twisted, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's like we had Caitlin on before, who's in the movie, on the podcast, and we've also had Jerry on. And I was actually talking to Wendy the other day. She's going to come on someday too. So, sweet. I mean, we'll always try to promote you guys, support you guys for sure.
Yeah,
appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And I know Dawn's been talking to Phil about her Pittsburgh Spirit Society.
Yeah.
That's something she's looking to get going. I guess in a sense, like basically creating your guys' competition. But I mean,
come on, Phil.
no, but in a way, but she's very excited about it. And, I just saw her earlier today. Actually,
I'm excited for it too. I really am. Absolutely.
Yeah, she got some different ideas of how to make. It'll be her own.
It'll be her own twist on what she.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, we always support other teams and everything. I mean, they always say pair unity, and as long as you're doing it right, like
absolutely.
Well, they also say there's no competition at the top either, so everybody works together.
I know Dawn takes it very near and dear to her heart, though. The paranormal and the she's like a communicator. She has gifts, and I know she has Terry, who's also involved with the Carver House.
Yeah,
Terry Lynn's one of her part of her team already. So she's getting stuff together.
That's awesome.
Good.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, it's something to look forward to.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're supposed to help out too with her stuff. We're to help run cameras and stuff.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yeah, I'm going to show the other trailer you guys put out.
Okay,
cool.
If the sightings are real, and it's just not some YouTube trickster with fancy editing program.
I'm not seeing it. I just hear it.
Yeah.
Of Harvey Carver possessing a house that he grew up in.
There it
goes. John.
Yeah, it's shown now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Withers. I really look forward to meeting with you.
Just wanted to thank you guys all for joining us here today. As many of you know, it has been 10 years since we escaped and survived Harvey Carver.
Road trip.
I never said alive.
But your time is up. You can't leave now.
What are you children doing here?
You sick fuck. You let us into this death trap the whole time? You were watched over and over again. Don't blame me, sinner. Sinner? Does that make you a saint? Just tell me how to get the hell out of here. This isn't hell. But if you'd like, I can send you a brochure. Just tell me how to get out of here. I'll tell you right now. But it might not be the exit you were looking for.
All right. All of them, out of the van. Out of the van now.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get into tonight, man.
Don't step forward up in that house. Don't even knock on the door.
And don't you come up in the house if you really want to live. Cause no, they don't forgive. You can put that on your kid. Don't you come up in the house if you come from out of town. Cause when you look around, see these bodies getting found. Don't you come up in the house if you don't know your way. The very last step that you take may be today. Don't you come up in the house if you're looking to survive. Cause once you're inside, ain't no leaving here alive. Don't you come up in the house.
Don't fear us. We only want you right near us. Your spirit, your spirit. None of this would have ever happened. Fear. If you fear us, don't fear us. You have the angel character right here. Your spirit, your spirit. So we can see you. I will clear everything you were looking for.
And don't you come up in the house if you really want to live. Cause no, they don't forgive. You can put that on your kid. Don't you come up in the house if you come from out of town. Cause when you look around, see these bodies getting found. Don't you come up in the house.
That was awesome.
Thank
you. Absolutely. That was fantastic.
Thank
you. Yeah. That's what I love whenever like films like that. They always have like more than one trailer just to kind of see different perspectives. I've always been a huge fan of that.
Yep.
So after a while, you're like, come on, and then it's like, oh shit, I don't know which one I like better. Hey, awesome job, guys, fantastic
for sure.
Hell yeah, man, that was kick ass. Then Sean walking up there, hey guys.
Yeah, got to represent. Had the bump shirt on for sure.
Hell yeah. Was it tough when the trailers together? Like, was it a challenge to find out which clips you wanted to actually add within the?
It's kind of like making a music video, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like for me, the trailers are. I can edit the trailers, but not like the movie itself. We brought in Jamal Deegans, and he's our editor for the project. So me and him work together, and he does his thing. And but yeah, the trailer part, it's like basically like making a music video.
That's awesome, man.
You kind of map it out to a tempo,
Oh heck yeah! And the guy that was actually standing next to Sean, Matt, I think, Sebicic. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, thank you, because he actually worked at Scarehouse for a short period of time as well. That's how I met him, and really cool dude.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Oh yeah,
I met him on a different project, and he's getting out there. He's done some cool stuff with acting.
Oh yeah, it's
really like a Viking or something. He did something.
Yeah, I know he originally worked for Haunted Hills Estates, and then I met him while we were filming that, and then he came to Scarehouse after the fact. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's a really cool guy.
Is he still with Scarehouse, Sean? I don't even know.
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's he was a really cool dude. It's like it's always like those types of people where I always wanted to talk to. It's the ones that have like the creepy vibe about them too, and it's like which is awesome. Yeah,
check.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's like and it's funny too because I've always wanted to be a part of a horror film where like just to get killed off or something like that. I don't know. It's just I think it would just be a cool bragging rights. Like, guys, check this out. I get like my head cut off.
Well, The Witches of Brookstown coming soon.
Yeah,
there you go. Kill Phil. Phil.
Yeah, we definitely gotta make a cameo again for sure.
Count me
in. We will fulfill that wish for you.
Yeah,
you're in.
Yeah, I was in a. I probably even told Sean about this years ago. I was a part of. I was actually an extra in a really not so. Well, it was an okay horror film, I should say.
It was a porn.
Yeah.
And there's a fluffer in the background.
And I had to like get hit by something, and I fell on the ground in this pavilion at this park, and I had to just lay there for like 20 minutes, but I could feel like small spiders crawling at me, and I was like, this sucks so bad right now.
Yeah.
And I had to like, I was basically a zombie, and I had to pretend like to eat like a piece of human flesh kind of thing. It was neat. It was neat. I mean, it was just, that was like 6-7 years ago or something like that. I couldn't tell you the name of the Slaughterhouse. I think that was what it was called, or Films or something. One of my former friends, and I would love to go back to that too. I don't know. It's just kind of neat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even like with the Carver House, when we were filming, it was in October. It was like the coldest, it was like 45 degrees outside or something. And that building was like 10 degrees colder. I don't know what the hell, but so the actors, I mean, they would film and then be sitting under a blanket. Yeah. I mean, it was really rough conditions. And even with Sammy, there was one point at the end where she has to lay down outside in wet leaves, and I mean, I'll give her a lot of credit. She laid right down and froze and we have to do multiple takes,
Yeah.
But she did tough it out, and she had to lay there for a while. And it's like in the movie, you only see her laying there for 2 seconds, but she was probably on the ground for 15 minutes.
Yeah. That's what I was an extra in Mindhunter when they filmed in Pittsburgh, and I played a Marine. No, it was horrible. Because it was
that screenshot you sent. It's all blurry, and you're like,
yeah, that's all I got. It was the director. I don't remember his name. He directed the movie Seven.
Good.
Okay.
And he's notorious for just filming the same scene from little different angles just over and over again. And we filmed the same scene for 3 days, and it was seriously, I'm gonna say probably a minute and a half in the show. And then the only thing you can see is me in the background, because they always have blurry backgrounds. I'm sitting at a table, I'm Wow, that sucked. 3 days of filming, and I'm a blurry Marine sitting in the background. Awesome.
And that's something too, like what you just said with the filming the scene over. Like people would get irritated if we filmed the same scene more than 3 times.
Yeah. Hollywood does it, a bunch of times. I've done some movies like that, extras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll never do that again because it just wastes your whole. You're there like 14 hours a day for nothing.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
got like that 2 seconds of camera time.
Yep.
If that.
That's if it even makes.
Yeah, or you're the blurry Marine in the background after 3 days of filming. And they had food sitting out because it was a bar scene, and they had food sitting out, and they had actual food, but it was so disgusting because they didn't change out the food each day, and it was just like sitting there just rotting. It was brutal.
It's funny, Mikey, just to backpack off of that, because I actually got called to be a part of that Mindhunter TV show years ago. I went to the casting call. I think it was in Etna, and I was with my
I was there. Yeah.
Yep, I was with my friends Michelle and Marcy, and I think our buddy George was there too. Well, they just had you put up like this little sign, your height, your weight, and all that stuff. A couple weeks down the road, my buddy George calls me. He's like, dude, call me back immediately. I'm like, oh, crap, something happened, So he was like, dude, what are you doing Monday and Tuesday? Because I told them that I have a friend who's a bald guy. They need a bald security guard in one of the prisons. And I had no more PTO left. I was so pissed.
Dude, be glad you didn't. Like, honestly, being an extra sucks. My friend was an extra in the Batman movie. He played one of Bane's henchmen.
He did that too.
Did
yeah,
he?
That's
and
awesome.
he filmed like honestly, I forget, it was weeks of filming. Damn. And he was in it for like 1 second. They're like, it's when Bane like kind of takes over, and they're outside of I forget what building. I think it was the bank scene or whatever, and it's panning over his henchman. And I was like, oh, there's Justin for like 1 second.
Wow.
I was like, were you in the credits as buff Asian dude number 2?
Yeah.
And that's a crazy thing too, with like filming the same scene over and over again. Like Stanley Kubrick did that, or does that a lot whenever he was still around, because he won the blood door scene in The Shining. I think he filmed that scene over 140 sometimes.
You ever see the video? Jack Nicholson, he's getting all ready, and Shelley Duvall, like they screwed her whole life over. She was like, shaking all the time.
Oh yeah, and the one
that was crazy how they did that.
Yeah.
And the one actor apparently like got so fed up he actually just fell on his hands and knees and shouted at Stanley Kubrick, "What do you want?" He just bawled his eyes out. And then fast forward, he was working on a movie with Clint Eastwood, and Clint Eastwood was notorious for making 1 or 2 scenes and then done. And once he heard that that's what he was going to have to do, he actually like cried tears of joy because he wasn't going to have to do what Stanley Kubrick made him do. I guess that's movie magic.
That is tough too. Like when you're dealing with cast members, especially like on a low budget or no budget film.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell them that they have to do the scene 150 times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know if the next scene could be better than the one after that could be crap.
Oh yeah.
It's like gambling almost. So I'm gonna keep putting more money in and see what happens.
Yeah. And then if they get frustrated, they're just like, well, I'm not coming back after that. That was freaking horrible.
I always wonder that about movies, like when they're filming, how do they know they have it? How do they know it's time to shut down and move to the next scene?
Yeah.
I guess you just have to kind of know, that you have it.
Yep.
And,
or maybe they don't even know, and that's why they film it so many times, because they're like, well, one of these is going to work,
Right, one of these got to work. Yeah.
And that's the thing too, because you can keep on doing that. You can think you made the perfect film, but then you release it, and some people are going to like it, some people are not going to like it. So you're never going to be able to please every person.
Never can. You never will.
Possible. No. Absolutely.
I mean, my comment for that is anyone who has a negative comment, I just want to see their film.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've learned. I'm trying to learn not to, be such a critic when it comes to even like music, because like I couldn't do what they do. God no, I couldn't go up on stage. I get freaked out and just run off. It takes practice, and people do things. It's. I think some movies are shit, but somebody else could think it's incredible. It's like, well, don't pay me to make that damn thing. That thing.
Right. I think Terrifier 2 is a great example. Like, yes, I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
But to me, it just goes on so long at the end.
It was a long movie. It really was.
I haven't seen the second one yet. I've seen the first one.
2 hour and 13 minutes left.
Yeah.
I think that's the exact runtime, if I can remember.
Yeah, and that's not even the director's cut. That could be even longer.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Time could be having it 3 hours long, even
Yeah.
longer sometimes.
That's why I
Yeah,
can't.
we
watch
actually were
stories.
investigating at Wildwood Sanatorium, and David Horton, I think his name is, the guy who plays Art. They had
Yeah.
a picture of Art the Clown, and he signed it. So I guess he, has visited that location.
No, actually, I heard the story about that when I was there last time because I've been there twice. I guess he sent in a signature for their I think it was their first This Is Hope Paracon is for suicide prevention.
Oh, okay.
It was supposed to be auctioned off, but the person that won it never showed up, so that's why it's in the house.
They just left it there. Okay,
Yeah.
I was all excited. I'm on the Art the Clown fan page on Facebook, and I had them take a picture, and I kind of promoted our live feed for that.
But whoever that pig guy was, because there's some pig guy from some horror movie, that guy's actually been there. They have that picture hanging up too.
Oh, okay.
Pig guy.
Pig guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, talking about that, why don't you tell us where Carver House is going to be showing and everything, the time, the date, all that
Good,
stuff.
Ryan, take it away.
Wednesday, October 18th at the Oakmont Theater.
Oaks Theater.
Oaks Theater.
In Oakmont.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had to screw something up.
What time? How much are tickets? Stuff like that.
Okay, 7 p.m. is basically the first hour is going to be kind of like the social hour where everyone's taking pictures and talking,
Okay.
And then, the movie will start right around 8 o'clock, go to about 9:15, and then afterwards we'll do a Q&A.
Awesome.
And, stuff like that. So $20 tickets, we do have them at Siktastik.com right now. That's if you can put the link in the description, that'd be great. But it's Siktastik.com, just Siktastik.com.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a cool.
And then we have physical tickets too. If people just contact any one of us, and we'll run out.
Yeah, we got physical tickets. We'll mail them out ASAP.
Nice.
Or meet them somewhere, whatever.
Whatever.
Awesome.
Very cool. I'm excited to watch it. I can't wait.
I'll put the link in the comments, but I'll also put it in the video when it uploads or whatever.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
But
I remember that.
Yeah. Anything else? Like any other pages you guys want to promote? Or
Tommy Holt.
Shout out to my buddy Tommy Holt. Thanks for everything, budty.
He was an associate producer.
Awesome.
But we didn't mention him last time, so
Yeah. Well, he moved to Florida recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's probably watching like, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, recognition.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just shout out. Honestly,
shout out to the whole cast and
the
crew,
cast and
everyone
crew.
that helped out. Thank everyone that was helped us in any form or way of making this movie possible. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I'll be there. I'm pretty sure both of you guys are gonna be there too, right?
I should be, as long as
Oh, yeah.
babysitting. As long as I things work out with the kiddo. If
go.
not, I mean, I'll buy a ticket either way just to support you guys. So
Yeah.
but
I'll go
I
right
should
after
be
work,
there.
so I'll be there 100%.
Cool.
Fuck
Yeah, we need everyone there. Like, everyone we can get.
Spread the
so.
word.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, I think we talked about pretty much,
Yeah.
Unless you guys have any other questions.
All right. I'm gonna play a little outro video. It has your flyer in there and that. And it also has a Siktastik.com thing on there too. So, but thank you guys for coming on. I mean, I'll see you in a couple weeks, and
Yeah.
good luck, guys.
All right, thanks a lot, brother.
Thanks.
Thank you so
All
much,
right.
guys. Hell yeah, brother. Loving it.
Did you hear a bump in the night? In the night. Bump in the night. In the night. Bump in the night. Did you hear a bump in the night? In the night. Bump in the night.